We are here at the Chateau Charrodon, right?
Chateau Charrodon, correct.
Charrodon, okay. I've got a little bit of French in me. Why did you choose Louis?
Well, in Bourgogne, we have 3,800 domains. The average is 7 hectares only. There is some good winemaker in Bourgogne, and there is some very good one. And I really think that Louis is one of those.
Wow. And so, Louis, what makes up your style of wine and making it a boutique wine versus a large vineyard?
First of all, it's a very small production. And I try to make the wine, I more or less let the grapes do what they want. I'm the less inversionist guy. I don't want to do intervention all the time.
So you don't put a lot of chemicals in your wine, obviously.
No chemicals. I don't check the temperature all the time, every 8 hours, punch down. I do the opposite of what I learned at school, more or less.
That's fascinating.
Yes.
And what made you realize that less was more?
Well, it's more the feeling. I test a lot. I consider the meteorologic condition, the sanity of the grapes, how it's going in the tank, and then I do intervention or not. It's more an analysis of feeling with the grapes than to follow a recipe.
Wow, and I was just saying earlier that all the love that goes into the French wine is one of the reasons why it's the best wine in the world. It really is. I know you believe that, right?
No, I do believe it. I work a lot overseas, all around the world. There are many great wine everywhere, but if you want the diamond of the wine, the gold, it's here.
Is this your family's estate?
Yeah, it's my family on my mom's side own that since the creation.
1600s?
Yeah, 1600, but the name of the owners used to be the De Charrodon family, and at some stage they didn't have boys, only girls who get married. So the name De Charrodon disappeared, but I keep it for the story, for the house. I make wine for many years, but I create this spot at the company in 2010. It used to be a wine company 200 years ago, but we disappeared after the phylloxera crisis. So I'm kind of remaking the story for the last 10 years.
You have to mention that you created your own domains, but your father get its own domain in Gevrey-Chambertin, in Côte de Nuit.
Yeah, exactly. That's on my mom's side. On my dad's side, there is another domain, which from 1864.
Wow.
And I'm the 5th generation of my family on my dad's side to make wine.
Oh, that is spectacular. I mean, that doesn't
and to
happen.
drink it, of course.
Yeah. No, you don't drink it, right? No, but for us Americans who, mistakenly say Burgundy and is Bourgogne, right? It's amazing to meet someone that's been in the family for 5 generations and is, working on the grounds of, a place in 1600. That's so foreign to us. Is there something that maybe the viewers should know about your vineyard with this less is more technology that you would like to share?
Alors, in terms of technology, we have to use a little bit of technology, like the sorting table or the pressing or all that. But everything we invent or we try to do, we finally always cancel and go back to the old traditional way to make wine. We always try to make something new, and finally it's not worth compared to what the old guy did. So we didn't invent nothing finally. We finally work with what they create.
Oh, that is so phenomenal.
And in the respect of each climat, of each plot of land, because as we may see just behind us, there is plenty different stainless steel tank, and each climat, each parcel get its own tank. So the grape from one climat goes in that tank, and the other grape from another climat goes in another tank, and you keep the identity.
Yeah, exactly. It's very important in Burgundy. We don't mix the grapes. Each block, each climat go in one different vat. That's why you see a lot of different size, small vat, bigger one.
And we were just in the cellar where the wooden barrels are. So you choose which ones are in the wooden barrels. Do both the red and the white grapes go in each?
Alors, everything go in barrels. What we call the barrel aging after the process for the red. And for the white, it's a little bit different because the process of the vinification is done in the grapes, in the barrel, sorry.
Okay.
So there are like kind of 2 ways to do it.
Okay, and there's also beautiful gardens, and if you didn't see, there's also a bunch of chickens and a real farm here. This is a real farmhouse, right?
I don't know exactly if it's a real farm, but...
Well, I see the chickens out there, so
Alors
you have
the
fresh
chickens,
eggs.
no, it's because my mom, she got bed and breakfast room, And the breakfast are with the eggs of the chicken. She make her own jam. We got some honey. We all homemade.
Okay, the bed and breakfast, is it called Chateau Charrodon?
Yeah, les chambres, so the rooms of the
Chambres.
Chateau Charrodon. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. So
Yeah.
if you want to try the wine, you can come here, and if you want to stay here, it's absolutely beautiful. I'm Marcia Kimpton for American Abroad.